Former Vice President Kamala Harris has announced that she will not run for governor of California, and she teased she has something else in mind. Her statement reads this way: after deep reflection, I've decided that I will not run for governor in this election. For now, my leadership in public service will not be in elected office. I look forward to getting back there and sharing more details in the coming months about my own plans. The announcement is fueling fresh speculation about a 2028 White House run. Well, that's going to be a crowded field. Republicans say they're not worried. The GOP Governors Association with a scathing statement, quote, Kamala Harris's political career is over thanks to President Trump. But some Democrat strategists say they still have hope.
It was the right call. It was a good instinct because she lost 2 million votes from the 4 years earlier when President Biden won California, her home state. I fully expect her to run for president again. She's young. She's been sort of running and in political office her entire adult life. I don't expect her to sit the next election out, but I hope she's able to overcome some of her previous challenges.
Power panel now, Caroline Downey, National Review staff writer and Independent Women's Forum senior fellow. And we welcome to the program Mike Nellis, former Kamala Harris advisor and Democrat strategist. Mike, I'm going to come to you first. I mean, the timing of us having you on the program so close to her saying that she is not running for the governor of California. First reaction to that, and is 2028 where she's headed?
Yeah, I don't know if she's going to run in 2028. I think in her statement, she's mostly teasing a book. But I think the good news here is she's, one, Kamala Harris has served her entire life in public service as a prosecutor, as attorney general, and vice president of the United States. So she gets an opportunity to serve as a public servant, gets an opportunity to write her book, gets an opportunity to be a regular person for a little while. And I think that's okay, given her public service. And then 2028 decision will come later. The second thing I'm sort of excited about here is we get an opportunity to elevate a new voice to the Democratic Party. That California governor's race is wide open. I think we'll have lots of Democrats that run.
Whoa.
And at a time when people are asking for new candidates in leadership, we've got an opportunity for it.
That's interesting. You don't like Gavin Newsom? You don't have to answer that if you don't want. The book is 107 days, and as all books drop on Tuesday, you're right. I mean, it's Thursday. It makes sense that she would be going out on I hadn't even thought of that. Good thinking. Caroline, I want to get your first reaction to what's next for Kamala Harris, and also what Mike just said. I mean, Gavin Newsom sounds like he's got some work to do.
Well, look, Harris, let's just call it like it is. Kamala Harris is a terrible candidate, and she's unpopular even in her own state. 50% of California voters said that they didn't want her to run for governor, according to a recent Emerson College poll. And let's remember 2020, that Democratic primary where she went from being called the female Barack Obama to landing 5th place, failed so spectacularly that she had to withdraw. So I don't think we have to pretend anymore that we can't say the quiet part out loud, which is that there's no organic demand among Democrats in the apparatus for Kamala Harris to run for either office. And if she is entertaining 2028, let's step back here and say, is she prepared to answer to her role in Joe Biden's cognitive decline scandal, a scandal which she was a co-conspirator in and the face of? She spent every single day with that man. She saw his decline firsthand, and then she looked us in the eyes and she said he's never been better. That has got to be a reckoning.
Yeah, she said she and Karine Jean-Pierre, the press secretary, formerly, they couldn't keep up with him, supposedly. Some polls have Kamala Harris, though, on top of the 2028 Democrat possibilities. We have also seen progressive Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez near the top or at the top as well. A recent Emerson College poll puts former Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg in the lead with 16%, followed closely by Kamala Harris and Gavin Newsom, AOC, and Governor Josh Shapiro of Pennsylvania round out the top 5, 7% apiece. Look, it's going to be a crowded field. It's always like this. Who do you think this really does come down to, having to impress the American people right now? Is your party, Mike, you guys are not all moving in concert with one another.
No, I mean, we lost the last election, so we're having a lot of tough conversations about how we build a new Democratic Party. That'll keep happening until we elevate a new candidate. What I'll tell you, though, is I think both political parties are completely out of touch with the day-to-day lives of most Americans. There's a lot of polling out in the last couple of weeks talking about how frustrated people are with inflation and pricing and housing and things like that.
Inflation's at 2%. The GDP
inflation's at 2.9%, actually, Harris. It's
the GDP just popped to 3%. I mean, we haven't
Sure,
seen
but if I
that
could
in a
point
very
you-
long time.
If I could point you to Fox's own polling, Trump is negative 30% on pricing and the inflation. It's as unpopular as Joe Biden ever was. So the American people are pretty frustrated with where their lives are right now. There's a Navigator poll out just this morning or yesterday that has a lot of Americans saying they're worse off than they were 6 months ago.
Caroline, I want to give you 10 seconds to respond.
President Trump is rapidly delivering on his economic promises, number one. And number two, a couple of those frontrunners on the Democratic ticket right now, or the side, I should say, Gavin Newsom, Pete Buttigieg, what do we know about those two? They're political shapeshifters. This is a test of how much they can absolve themselves of responsibility from the Democrats' extreme policies.
Great to see you both. Thank you. Outnumbered.